Hello everyone, Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching. I have another Monday quarterback video for you. This video comes from Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, as you can see on the screen. However, there is no spokesperson for this video to talk about what you're about to see. All you see is body cam footage. So, had to do a search on this and found an article at news4jax.com, July of 2022. By Bree Isom and Nick Jones. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office has released footage from an officer-worn body camera that was taken on the night police shot and killed who investigators said was a suspected robber. The footage from March 1 begins as officers arrive at an apartment complex on Lane Avenue. T.K. Waters, the former chief of investigations for JSO, said on the night of the shooting that officers have responded to a robbery at a business on Normandy Boulevard and that the robber had fled into the apartment complex. The article talks about what is observed in the video. Officers try to track the suspect down. Another one reviews video from a Ring camera. Someone says they've got movement. They set up a public address system to try and talk to the person. This person appears, they chase them, ends up being shots fired. So basically these officers are responding to a robbery and they're searching for the suspect, find the person, get into a foot chase with them, and a gunfight happens. So this article doesn't say who the man is. Yeah, it doesn't say who the man is. That might be in another article if I can find it. Yeah, alright, so we'll play the video. So, as you can see, it's fast forward, walking around. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Looks like there's a dog as well. All right, let me back that up real quick. I thought I saw a dog. Yeah, they get a little fur missile with them. So, right off the bat, what I can tell is there are no rifles to be seen. And that is a common problem with officers. They don't get rifles out when they need to be getting them out. So this is a call involving a robbery. There is a potential for gunplay to be involved here, and so that in and of itself means that they should have rifles out. Especially, you can see long distances here. I mean, it's not like we're talking like half-mile shots or nothing like that, but we do see long distances. We at least see something that looks like it could be about 100 yards here, maybe even 200 yards in some places, that we can't see on the camera right now. A rifle is going to offer more accuracy because it has a longer barrel and you have more points of contact on that weapon, whereas a pistol, it's a very short barrel and you have only 2 points of contact. Your dominant hand and your support hand. Aside from that, the terminal ballistics of a rifle are far superior to that of a pistol. The pistols are just emergency guns, realistically. They are carried every single day in the event that something were to suddenly and rapidly happen. They're a pure emergency tool in a sense. A rifle, on the other hand, is something that is more of a determined kind of tool. It is I don't want to call it an offensive tool, but realistically, you could call it an offensive weapon. The pistol is defensive, the rifle is offensive. The pistol, like I said, it's just there in the event that something were to happen. And day in, day out, most shit don't happen in law enforcement. there are tons of cops out there who've never had to shoot anybody. Probably over 90% of law enforcement in this nation never has to shoot anyone. There are agencies where it has been years since any of their officers have ever been involved in a shooting. There are some agencies that have never had officers involved in a shooting. Now, there could be agencies that have hired officers who came from somewhere else, and those officers have been involved in shootings, but those agencies themselves, there's some agencies that exist that have never had officer-involved shootings at all. So the gun is purely just there in the event that something catastrophic happens. Suddenly. Rapidly. A rifle is something that you take with you when you suspect that there is something that could happen, that the chances of a gunfight are a lot higher. It is almost expected. Rifles dominate gunfights. They stop the fights faster. They incapacitate the threats faster. The faster you can stop the threat, the better. So, mistake number one, I guess you could say, is no one has a rifle out. I think at this point he's already hit record on his camera, but they're still in the fast forward mode.
I'm over here with the problem with Armstrong. Stating that she saw a man with a black backpack that ran inside one of the apartments on the downstairs floor.
Lima 253 to K9. So I just watched the video. What appears to be our suspect ran to apartment. They get a knocking on the door trying to get inside. After 12 was the occupant of that apartment. She did not answer her door. It's unknown where she went from there. I'm not right there.
Well, I'll get a peek. I'll get a peek. No, hey.
Could have possibly went to the neighbor across from her. And that neighbor is apartment.
It's gonna be on this. It's gonna be on this side. I'll let you know here in a second.
6494 has a problem. I walked in front of the apartment in a purple hoodie and gray sweatpants. He was 57.
Hey, it's this one. Lower left.
Juliet 266. That's the only guy on the bike.
Well, she has the. So if she has, did she mean it went into the other one? That one.
There, it's got a camera.
Okay, so that's what she picked up. So
yeah, well, so
here, we got anybody on the far side?
Our potential suspect was knocking on her neighbor's door, correct?
10-4, I'm 10-12 with her now in the front. I've watched the video. It appears that he's calling the person by name, asking her to open the door. He's frantically knocking, asking her to open the door. He's calling her by name.
Alright, 10-4, word. It's going to be unit.
Hey, grab some cover for me.
To the camera, do you see the door? So can we confirm that you went in there?
in front of that door, by the way.
Hey, yeah, just keep eyes on that side window.
I do not have any video of him going in. She said once the motion stops, the camera stops.
Okay, so
Hey, I got movement inside. Movement inside.
Any units by camera, computer, let's go into our research and get it. And,
No.
go from there.
I know.
So at this point, they've already talked about taking cover, and the only form of cover they have are these trees. Unfortunately for them, this apartment complex has some pretty bright exterior lighting, and that can be a play against them. So these exterior lights could be illuminating them, making them more visible to whoever's inside, either completely visible where they could look out the window and see them, see their face, what's on them and everything, or the lighting could be silhouetting them and making them still an easier target to hit. If they've noticed movement coming in these windows, I think an appropriate thing to do is to go ahead and put bright light on those windows so that when they look out, all they see is bright light. If that also means driving a vehicle over the damn curb and pulling it up into here and pointing the headlights at the window and taking the spotlight and moving it and sitting it right there, then by all means, that's what needs to be done. Try to blind whoever's inside from being able to see out and see exactly what's going on. So it looks like they pulled a vehicle up there like I talked about. So finally we got somebody with a rifle. That's good. Wish I knew what they were saying. So this guy has a rifle out. He's got the window down, and he is behind the car door. This car door is not providing cover at all. A simple 22 long rifle could go straight through this door. Now, with that being said, there is the possibility that this could have the upgraded armor thing in the door. I do believe that Ford Motor offers that on their Explorers as an upgrade. It's not like it comes standard on it. So there's the possibility of that. But traditionally, standard packaged vehicle, it's a 22 is going to go straight through it. So this car door is not cover. What would have been more ideal for him would be to take cover behind a tree. Not maybe necessarily one of these up here, but maybe one off to the side somewhere, because that's going to provide better cover than a car door.
Come outside with your hands up.
There's no back door.
Front door. Hey, come out with your hands up. Keep walking. Hands up. All the way up. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Bro, you got him. Hey. Go to the ground. Go to the ground. Tase him. Hey, watch the front door. Hey, stay right there. Stay right there.
Good to see more with rifles. Good to see that they're not all just taking off chasing the bait while the real criminals on the inside waiting to escape while everyone has taken off around the side of the building.
Carter, back up. Hey, go back. You're good. We're good. Yeah, we're good. All right, everybody shut up. Everybody shut up.
All right, let's back that up. So unfortunately, yeah, it gets very pixelated. You can't see anything. You can see him. He's right over here. He hops up, scales the fence, and then this car pulls up, and dude just takes the advantage of the hood being there. He's got that assist, right? And then boom, over the fence. So it looks maybe like he just lands right on top of the dude. Like the guy went over the fence, and I don't know if he like hurt himself when he landed, he couldn't get up, or he was in the process of getting up and this officer went down on him. But I think that's what's happening there.
He's reaching for something.
He just drops right down on him.
Kill you right now.
Because you can see the fence right here.
He's reaching for something. Grab his hand. Grab his hand. Is that a gun? All right, we're good. Is that a gun? He's reaching for something. Grab his hand. Grab his hand. Is that a gun?
So, again, there's no details about what's going on. They haven't provided anything. It's possible that the suspect is reaching for a gun, and the gun is in his waistband or in his pocket, and he's reaching for it, and he's trying to pull it out, and the gunshot you hear is him potentially negligently discharging a round because he has his finger on the trigger and has not made a conscious decision to shoot at a target yet. That happens. Some people have very shitty handgun or firearm handling skills, and they think that the trigger is a resting place for their finger when it's not. And so they'll rest their finger on that trigger at all times, and under stress, they inadvertently jerk their finger, and of course that causes a negligent discharge. Some people call this an accidental discharge. That's not an accident, that is negligence. The only time your finger should ever be on the trigger is when you've made that conscious decision to shoot. You have your sights lined up on target, and you consciously know that the round that you are about to send out that barrel is going to destroy that target. That's the only time your finger goes on the trigger. This guy probably has no training whatsoever and probably picks his gun up and keeps his finger resting on the trigger all the time. He's probably gone a while and hasn't had a negligent discharge, but under this stress and duress, him trying to reach it and grab it during the struggle, that's probably what has happened. This officer is confused at first. He's like, is that a gun? Another round goes off, and then this officer breaks leather and just starts dumping rounds into this guy close range. We'll back that up and see it again.
Reaching for something. Grab his hand. Grab his hand. Is that a gun? All right, we're good. Yeah, we're good. All right, everybody shut up. Everybody shut up.
Shots taken. All officers are 1077.
You good?
Right, so it does look like that's probably what has happened. The guy has reached down into, I guess this is his pocket, and has tried to get the gun, and he probably discharged the gun while still in his pocket. It's probably why the pocket has blown out right here. He blew a hole right through it. Yeah. Fucking Springfield. All right, that's it. That's all they provided to us. I wish they would have provided a little bit more detail on this stuff and some background information and maybe some more photographs. So, suspect had his gun. I'd say he was trying to do a in-fight weapons access to it. You know, he's trying to get it out and get it to go bang, and it went bang, but it didn't go bang where he wanted it to. It went bang bang in his pocket. I would say that it being in his pocket and firing, that it's being able to cycle completely and put a new round in would be difficult. Normally when the gun is in an enclosed space like that, the slide doesn't get to go back and forth freely. It usually gets impeded on something, and or the fabric obstructs the ejection port area and keeps the brass from being able to fully clear out. It could just be that these clothes are baggy and he fired a round off and it was able to actually cycle in his pocket and he was able to get a second round off. Or there's a possibility that it fired and he was purposely trying to fire through his pocket at them. It had a malfunction. He worked the slide while it's still in the pocket. It's kind of doubtful. And then got another round off in the pocket. I don't see that one being very likely. I'd say he probably got lucky, so to speak, with his pocket being baggy enough that the slide was able to work correctly and it was able to clear brass to feed another round in. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to get that second shot off. If that was him firing a second shot. The other shot could have been from the other officer returning fire. Again, there's not any exact details because they don't freaking provide any. But we'll see this one more time. So that close.
Alright, we're good.
So it looks like he's probably shooting into his chest. I don't know. It's hard to tell for sure. But that close, like, you might as well just point it to their face. Yeah. That close, I mean, trying to get that full on arm extension, classic two-handed grip is not always going to be possible in a close confined space like this. In fact, doing this kind of move actually puts you at risk of them doing a gun grab. Traditionally, at this type of bad breath distance, a close retention shooting is something that is taught or trained for. So in this instance, while they're trying to gain control over this guy, one possible move that could have been done by this officer is, while he's already been over trying to wrestle this guy, he could have just simply taken his forearm and drove it straight into this guy's throat, put his full body weight down into it, and then draw like he normally would with his dominant hand, bring it up into a pectoral index, a retention shooting position, and then just start fucking dumping the mag into this guy, leaning, over top of him. That would have been something to be able to do. Would have been quicker, I think, than to try and raise all the way up, break leather, get hand on gun, do full extension, aim down, and then fire. That's a lot of moving going on right there. While he's already down on the ground, like I said, drive that forearm into the throat, and then close retention fire while you're leaning over into them. If it ends up being all gut and pelvic shots, then it is what it is. You just poppity poppity pop 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 until you go to slide lock. Another alternative, he still could have fired like this, and I don't know if he fired all the rounds in the chest or not. Like I said, I think that at this close range, shooting in the face is perfectly fine, and you're going to get quicker results that way. You're going to get a faster desired result. You're going to very quickly incapacitate the target when you start pumping large amounts of lead in through the snot box. Like, that stops a fight. just one piece of lead through the snot box can stop a fight. But when you push multiple pieces of lead through the snot box, that's for sure going to stop that fight. Even this close, him firing these rounds into the thoracic cavity, he might not hit anything critical. Obviously, they ended up hitting something critical, because we see what is obviously a crime scene photo of the dead body with the gun sticking out the pocket. They're not likely going to take a photo like that while the guy's still alive. So the rounds that he fired did have the desired effect, but he could have done it a little bit different and got instantaneous gratification, so to speak.
All right, we're good.
So they recognize that they don't need to be shooting anymore. They are going to be able to see with their human eye a hell of a lot better than what we're going to be able to see through this camera lens. So, and they may have gotten some face shots on this guy being so close. And they could know that, this dude's out of service. Like, he's no longer a threat, most likely. And so they know to stop shooting is done with. The threat is no longer a threat. And they're safe. They're less likely to be killed by this guy now.
Yeah, we're good. All right, everybody shut up.
So I like how he's telling everyone to shut the hell up, and then he gets on the radio and talks very calm.
Shots taken. All officers are 1077.
You good?
Right. Not much else to say about this video. Of course, we don't get to see any more that goes on. Can't really talk about, medical care or anything like that. We don't get to see the exact injuries that this guy had, and it could be that, some face shots were taken and there is no working on this guy. Obviously, we can tell that this is most likely a post-mortem photograph. He is most likely laying there dead. This is a crime scene photo being taken that, could be, an hour or two later after the fact. But as far as medical goes, I do always like to say that if you're going to carry the tools to induce trauma, you should carry the tools to reduce trauma. If you're going to carry a gun for a living, you should recognize the fact that you could be involved in a gunfight, and gunfights mean that bullets go both directions. It's a two-way range, and you could be shot. And you want to be able to provide medical care to yourself and your teammates right away. You do not want to rely on this mindset that the ambulance can come to you. There could be 7-minute response time for that ambulance. Do you really want to be waiting 7 minutes to get any kind of medical treatment? No. Hell no. So you need to have the tools on you, and you need to have the knowledge on how to use that stuff. If you're going to have the knowledge on how to take a life, which that's not what the training firearms is. It's not to specifically take a life. It is to stop the threat, and incidentally, because you're using lethal ammunition, there is a chance that someone could die. But in short, basically what I'm saying is if you're trained to take a life, you should be able to be trained to save a life as well. And the life that you need to be concerned about saving, number one is you. You need to be able to save yourself. You have to be self-reliant. Carrying something like a tourniquet on you, compressed bandage, or compressed gauze, pressure bandage, stuff like that. Things like that you should be carrying on you. Obviously, you're not going to be able to carry a full trauma kit on you. I get that. But there are some basic things that you can carry on you that don't take up a whole lot of room and can make a monumental difference in whether or not you survive a traumatic gunshot wound. Something like a femoral artery hit, you can bleed to death in 90 seconds. You can lose so much blood out of your body in 90 seconds. There's nothing that a medic can do for you once they get there to you and you've already bled out. You're done. A tourniquet, if you have it on you, you can apply that very quickly and save your own life. Because it could be 7 minutes before someone can get there to do anything for you. You have to be able to do that for yourself. So that'll be the it on my medical spiel for this. Yeah, that's it. If you like what you hear and see, go ahead and give me a like and a share. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more Monday quarterback videos. Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching.